Hi everyone, I'm Chyill and welcome back to another Battlerite video. Today's video is my Thorn gameplay guide, and in this video I will try to commentate while I play as Thorn for maybe 2 or 3 games to sort of give you an idea of my thought process when I play with Thorn. Since I've restarted doing my full champion guides once again, I'll most likely do a full champion guide on a certain character followed by a gameplay guide like this one after that. So a couple of weeks ago I released my full Thorn guide, and so this video today is sort of a supporting video to that full guide where I play and commentate at the same time. Once again, I'd like to reiterate that I'm not the best player in the world, and so my game sense and mechanics aren't exactly the greatest, but even so, I think doing a video such as this is quite interesting since new players can learn from this, and better players can also tell me what I might be doing wrong. So yeah, with all that being said, let's just get straight into the games. Okay, here we go, first match, and we have this map. So there are some walls in the middle, a bit here on the sides, but not a lot of walls actually. So that's just something to think about when we look at a map when the game starts. So Thorn doesn't really have a lot of things to do with walls, but it's just something to take note of in case like the enemy champions have something to do with walls. Like Raygon, he has a bit of wall mechanics, and Ashka also has a little bit. So yeah. To talk a little bit about the Battlerites, I've only got 35 seconds, which is kind of annoying. But this is the Battlerite I typically pick. So Neurotoxin and Parasitic Stems are really nice together. Sinister Sap is really good, especially if they have like multiple ranged or like at least a ranged enemy. And I like to have Deep Burrow, which is invisible during my spacebar, and this Impaling Roots, which gives a little bit of extra damage. Seeing the lineup, I'm tempted to go take away the Invis and take the Root on Q so that I can punish them together with my teammates. So let's try this out and see how that goes, shall we? Sorry I have to like sort of rush through that Battlerite thing because after they changed it so that you have only like 60 seconds to talk about to think about your Battlerites, it's like I don't have a lot of time to sort of talk about my Battlerites. So typically when you start as Thorn, I'll try to just poke with my right click, so something like that, and maybe I'll try to root somebody. And so I managed to root him, but unfortunately he panicked me as well. So I'm gonna try to pull this Raygon in further since he got petrified, but I don't know what happened there. I was supposed to pull him in, but that didn't happen. So I tried to pull it back to my team, but that didn't work out. So I'll just try to try not to die here basically. I'm gonna try to pull someone in again. Okay, I got Ashka a little bit. I'm gonna try to root this guy, but I missed. So I think my teammates do a pretty good job at petrifying people, it seems. Okay, just try to get out of this guy. This guy is almost dead, so I should try to finish him off. Let's stop him from using his ultimate much. There we go. He is almost dead. I was trying to avoid his ult with that, so but it seems like he missed me anyways. I'm gonna pull him in so that he can't support his Ashka. There we go. And at this point it's just fairly straightforward. It's a 2-on-1, so I can just sort of whoops. Let's just get the orb for ourselves. There we go. Yes, we can afford to be aggressive here, no problem, because it's only one guy left. I'm not sure why my Sirius is sort of just being at a distance, because he can definitely afford to go in aggressively. You know, there's no need to sort of stall it out and stuff. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now he's got no ult anymore because he used his spacebar, so I'm just gonna use my ultimate right on top of him. So yeah, it's a lot of going on. I didn't expect getting a 3 versus 3 round right at the start. Obviously I'm not even warmed up like talking and playing at the same time, but nevertheless I hope you guys managed to sort of see what was going on at least. Okay, so once again as Thorn, like you're all about controlling the game, okay? So like if you've watched my Thorn guide that I made a couple of weeks ago, you have a lot of control abilities, right? So you're just sort of trying to, let's say, like pull someone in. Let's see, I managed to pull this guy in, right? So I've wasted his ult, so I can just easily root him and maybe get some free damage onto him. Ashka was in a bad spot. Now he's used up both his space bars, both his mobilities, but too bad I couldn't catch up to him, right? So that's fine. I will just sort of go to trying to continue. Whoop! I got hit by that. So he has aerial strike and just supporting my teammate a little bit there. Try to pull Ashka in, and once he used his thing, try to jump in, but unfortunately he did jump the maximum distance, so I couldn't. I used my R there to sort of counter his mouse 2 ability, which worked perfectly. And there we go, we got him. Nice. That out got the ray gun. So unfortunately I was about to spacebar to avoid that panic, but I was just a little too slow. So again, I'll just try to root this guy so that he cannot get my Ismo, but he's almost dead. There we go, he's dead now. Gonna try to go for this Pestilence. It's a 3v1 at this point, and so I don't think it's too hard to kill this Pestilence 3v1. So I'm gonna try. He has used his spacebar, but I know his spacebar cools down quite quickly. So I'm gonna wait for him to use it again before I use my ultimate ability. There you go. He's used the ultimate ability, his spacebar, and I'm gonna use my ultimate right now for maximum effect. Right. So because Thorn's ultimate doesn't really do a lot of burst damage, like most of its damage actually comes from the damage over time part of the ultimate. So you typically try to wait for people to use their mobility abilities first, and then you use your ultimate ability to get like the most out of the ultimate, of course. And Pestilence being a ranged champion, like all his attacks are just gonna get pretty much blocked by the ultimate ability if you land right in the middle of him. So that's super useful to have, and it's really like effective against ranged people. So this Ashka has used his spacebar, so I'm gonna try to punish him a little bit for that. I'm gonna try to stay alive here. Use my spacebar to get out. Let me root this guy because don't want him to be hitting on me while I'm trying to do my stuff. Oh my god, it just went right in between them as I tried to root them. Okay, get him over here. Okay, I'm gonna root him once again so that he can't heal his teammates. Okay, he's used his space bar, so I can easily use my ult here, and there you go, finished off the Ashka. Okay, I'm gonna stop myself from shooting my Thorns into his parry. Okay, so he's used his spacebar again. He can't jump out of my route. This should be very good for us. This guy has used his jump as well. There we go. Lovely. Okay, this guy has used his spacebar. Root him before he can get the healing. And there we go. And we ended it. So pretty straightforward. Thorn is actually... he's not that easy to play, but like if you are still beginning to learn Thorn, right, there's a sort of a list of things that you gotta do, you know what I mean? So you sort of, when you start the game, you sort of think, okay, I'm gonna try to mouse through and poke from far. You're gonna try to root somebody so that you can focus fire another person. You know, you save your space, your space bar, so that you can use it as an out. Or if you know that the enemy has used up their abilities, like, you know, just now the Ashka sort of keeps jumping in aggressively and stuff, and you can sort of punish them by stunning them with your spacebar. And of course, since he's jumped in, you are sort of near to your team. You're not that like you're not in that bad of a spot, right? So you can use your spacebar that way to sort of be aggressive, basically. So yeah, like playing with Thorn is actually not too difficult. As long as you know what you're supposed to do at what points, right? So yeah, let's just go on to our second match right now and see if I can find a little bit more things to talk about Thorn as I play with him. Okay, there we go. Second game, and it is in Skyring Night. And this map's okay. There are some walls, but they're not as easily like abused by people who use walls very much. So seems like we're going up against a Jade and a Paloma, and so I don't think they use the walls very much, so that's fine. Don't have to think too much about the walls. Okay, so we are up against one ranged and one support, right? So Neurotoxin is very good since it reduces their damage and their healing output, super handy. Sinister Sap is really good to sort of take them down, or rather like sort of control them even more. I'm thinking of taking the grounding grasp to root them in place. I'm not sure if it's really necessary, honestly. I like the invis. You know what? I think I'll go with what I have here. This should be good. I don't think I need the grounding grasp. Okay, so let's go with this. Basically, I have neurotoxin and parasitic stems. I have sinister sap, and I have the invis and the burst damage on my spacebar. There's a GLHF to the enemy team. And here we go. So once again, at the start, we try to poke with our mouse tool. Try to hit who we can. Oh, he's over here. I thought he was down there. Anyways, so he's used his spacebar. Let's try to pull him closer. Unfortunately, I didn't get him. Oh wow, I shouldn't be getting hit by all of that at all. Okay, I'm gonna get the healing here because we don't have a healer, so it's very important that we get these greens. I'm gonna try to pull him in. Nope, I didn't get him. I'm starting to slowly feel the effects of these nerfs to Thorn. Like I can feel like my range is so weak now. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try to root him here and pull him back. There we go. I think I wasted that out a little bit. Oh shit! That was a nice silence. Woo! I got through them. Oh wow, that burst damage. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. Yeah, I'm just waiting for her to use a space bar right now. Not sure where is she. There we go. Okay, after I pull her, she's gonna use a space bar, and I'm gonna use my ult. There we go. So once again, you gotta be patient when you use your ult. You know, don't just simply use it and you know, waste it that way. I know she's gonna jump out at some point when I pull her in, and she did exactly as I expected her to. And so that worked out really well. I actually forgot to check their league. There we go. They're Gold League 2. Me and my buddy here, we are doing our placements. First time doing our placements.
3, 2, 1.
So there we go. Worked out pretty well actually for us. We did quite a lot of damage, and surprised we didn't die. Okay, I think he's around here. Yeah, he is around there. Okay, just wait out that Q. I'm gonna try to do as much damage here. I don't know where's the Jade. The Jade is kinda sneaky with her. Pull her in. Oh. Ah shit, I thought I avoided that panic. But anyways, let's get this. Ah nice, we got it. Nice. Okay, she's used a mouse too, so now she's vulnerable. I'm gonna try to use my space, but unfortunately I couldn't get her with my ult. It's okay, that's fine, but she's almost dead, so let's just get her. I think she should be dead soon. Just gonna wait here for her. She can't really get out. Alright. Just keeping her in there, letting my teammate one-on-one this Jade, or not. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh my god, that was a mistake too. Never mind. I was like getting a little overconfident. There we go. So yeah, I was sort of able to separate them, right? You saw that. Like, just put Jade on this side and put Paloma on the other side. Paloma had like 1 health, right? Pretty much. And so she just couldn't do anything. Because she didn't have like her invis and mouse too, I know exactly where she was. And I could like just pretty much just make her stay there. At that point, for Paloma, she should have just mounted up and tried to run around and try to avoid my attacks as she went. But I don't think she's used to mounting up in the middle of a fight. But anyways, as you can see, like, we were able to sort of 2v1 Jade a little bit. Paloma was just sort of at the side, not being able to do anything. Let's just try to poke with my mouse 2 once again. Try to use my E. There we go. Get some free damage in. Oh wow, that actually hit me. Okay, root her, because Jade is like their biggest damage dealer for the orb, right? She deals like so much damage with a snipe onto the orb, so I kind of want to root her every time every time the orb is here. Oh, oops! I didn't mean to click that panic. Try to pull her back in. Surprise! Yeah, she's almost dead after hitting my R a few times there. Where is she? Okay, try to pull her in. Oh, okay, avoid that snipe. Don't want to get hit by that. Okay, the orb is here. Okay, my buddy's got it. Oh, I almost hit her, but I didn't. Okay, I've got quite some energy, so maybe I'm thinking of maybe doing some EX mouse too if I can. Right, so just do some burst damage. But she used the mouse too there to get out. I'm gonna pull her in. Don't think she's used the space yet. There you go. She's used the space now, and I'll gonna try to use my ult. Paloma's almost dead. There we go. We got Paloma. Root her in place and do as much damage as we can. She's vulnerable now without her spacebar, and there we go. So yeah, hopefully that demonstrated to you guys what you should do as Thorn. There was a 3 versus 3 example where you should be a bit more safe, a little bit more at the back, because you don't want to get caught out, and the only escape you have is your spacebar, right? And in 2 versus 2s, as you saw, we didn't have a support, but you can sort of still try to go in and do something, and sort of try to make some plays by using your E to sort of root somebody, and then you can go on to the other teammate, separate them, as we saw with Paloma and Jade earlier, where I put Jade on one side and Paloma on one side, and just sort of occasionally I just supported my Ismo, right? Pretty much most of the time was just Ismo one-on-one against Jade, and I was just sort of keeping Paloma to a little corner. But yeah, those are some nice strategies that you could do. I didn't get to show off Thorn's EX space because it's kind of niche. Not many situations where you can actually use it to very good effect. So unfortunately I couldn't show it to you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much like Thorn in a nutshell, basically. Definitely I felt the impacts of the recent nerfs to his E and his mouse too, like the range nerf. Definitely I felt it, because it was quite a big change, honestly. But nevertheless, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty awesome. Very, very good in controlling. He still lacks his burst damage as usual, but he is still a very good champion to use. So yeah, that is it to my Thorn's gameplay guide. It's 2 quick rounds. I'm trying to keep these gameplay guides shorter, because like the main guide is really like super long, right? And I went through in a lot more detail in that guide, so do check out that video if you haven't watched that already. And these gameplay guides are just sort of a shorter version of guides, and which lets you sort of see what I think about and what I do when I play a certain champion, and in this case it will be Thorn. So yeah, I hope this video was useful to you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please, like, comment on the video, like your thoughts and suggestions that you may have. Share this video with friends, and of course stay subscribed for more Battlerite related videos and gaming related videos. So yeah, until next time guys, I hope you guys have a great day, keep gaming, stay chill, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.